I think the issue some people have is that a lot of people were brought back. I mean, some people were brought back who were previously banned for spreading things like QAnon conspiracies. You have people like Andrew Tate who were brought back, who were previously banned for things like hate speech. Do you think you prioritize freedom of speech over misinformation and hate speech?
Well, hang on a second. You said you've seen more hateful content, but you can't name a single example, not even one.
I'm not sure I've used that feed for the last 3 or 4 weeks. And
then how did you see that hateful content?
Because I've been using Twitter since you've taken it over for the last 6 months.
Okay, so then you must have at some point seen for you hateful content. I'm asking for one example.
Right.
And you can't give a single one.
And I'm saying...
Then I say, sir, that you don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes, because you can't give me a single example of hateful content, not even one tweet. And yet you claimed that the hateful content was high.
Well...
That's false.
No, what I claimed...
You just lied.
What I claimed was... there are many organizations that say that that kind of information is on the rise. Now, whether it has on my feed or not, I mean, right, and
literally
you can look at something
one.
like the Strategic Dialogue Institute in the UK. They will say that. So
look, people will say all sorts of nonsense. I'm literally asking for a single example, and you can't name one.
Right, and as I already said, I don't use that feed. But
then how would you know that?
I don't think this is getting anywhere.
You literally said you experienced more hateful content, and then couldn't name a single example.
Right, and as I said,
that's absurd.
I haven't actually looked at that feed.
Then how would you know there's hateful content?
Because I'm saying that's what I saw a few weeks ago. I can't give you an exact example. Let's move on. We only have a certain amount of time. COVID misinformation.
Amazing.
This is absolutely absurd. No, I mean, really, is this a joke? Is it April Fool's? Because this guy was trained by BBC weeks on end to come and interview Elon Musk to ask him a very, very important and really hot topic question about hateful speech on Twitter. And guess what? He has no example of hateful speech on Twitter. No, I mean, none. Not a single tweet. And this just goes to show that they're not trying to answer whatever questions people have about Twitter and Elon Musk. What they're doing here is they're making their own questions and feeding people their own answers. What this interview really about is framing Elon Musk for allowing Andrew Tate back on the platform. And the reason why they don't present any examples of hateful speech on Twitter is because there is none. They made it up.
I think some of the things that you guys are touching on, such as the court system and gender roles, are a subject of patriarchy, and that's part of what women are trying to dismantle, is those traditional gender roles.
Are there any feminist organizations that have done anything, for example, to challenge bias against men and fathers in the family court system?
Absolutely.
Can you please give me a list of feminist advocacy organizations that have engaged in any meaningful advocacy to address those issues? Because there are actually none.
Okay. I know that you came with your little research or whatever. I didn't come with a list of feminist organizations, but I know actively that there are women's organizations that are trying to dismantle those inequalities.
Just one name, just one
Again,
organization.
I didn't come with a list, my dude.
So let's get it straight. You don't have any facts, but yet you came to debate a men's rights activist. And the dude probably asked you the simplest thing you could name. At least one organization that does, anything about men's rights. And you can't name a thing. This just goes to show that feminism is not about facts. It never was. It's all about feelings.
In what ways are men's rights at risk?
I think there has been significant progress over the last decade or so, especially in the legal field. But I think there are still significant disparities that need to be addressed, such as poor health conditions, bias against men in the criminal justice system, bias against men in family courts, and bias against men in the educational system, especially in colleges.
Yes, but please talk more in depth about the family court system, because that's the place where a woman can marry a man with $0 in her bank account and leave as a billionaire. Not a millionaire, gentlemen, but a billionaire with a B.
So I'm currently in a 3-year long-term relationship, and I love the boy so much, and he has so much love for me. However, lately I've been thinking a lot about a boy from my gym who honestly probably doesn't even know I exist. I've been questioning my relationship as I don't think these feelings are normal. I don't know what to do, and I feel so guilty because my boyfriend loves me so much. I know he doesn't even look or think about other girls in the slightest. It would break my boyfriend's heart if I ended things, and so would mine. And he's my best friend who knows everything about my life and has been with me through some of my hardest times.
Fellas, let's be honest. If she was to truly love her man, then she wouldn't even have those thoughts in the first place. Really, why would you enter a relationship if you're not sure you might fall for another guy? And if she truly thinks that, then I'm sorry, but there's only one place she belongs.
She belongs to the streets.